I fail to see the point in watching that house night after night. It's a house. It's not gonna up and leave.
There's something odd about it. I'm sure there's... Look.
Yes, Kian, people are leaving. Which also happened last night, and the night before. It means nothing. This is a dead end.
Or it is connected to the tower, and if we keep watching, we'll learn more about the tubes and... You're probably right. Maybe it's wishful thinking. Another dead end.
I saw you speaking with Naani this morning. What did you discuss?
She was telling me about some herbs she needs. I promised her we'd keep our eyes open.
She's been acting strange since you arrived. Not like herself at all. Is there something going on between the two of you?
I can assure you there's not. I have no interest in Naani. Or in any woman. Not in that way.
How do you deal with it?
Deal with what?
With who you are, what you are, how you feel about, you know?
You Dolazadi. Dolintiqua. You see how men and women are divided in our society, and you condemn us for something you do not understand.
What I meant to say was...
I know. There are some rules that cannot be broken. A soldier can't bed a priestess. If they're caught, it's exile for the woman and death for the man. A sister can bed another priestess. She can also take a civilian lover, as long as she's discreet. A pregnant sister loses her robes. And a soldier can lie with another soldier. For some, it's just a passing phase. For others, convenience. Soldiers become officers, or they leave the service, begin a civilian career, marry, have children. For the rest of us, our society doesn't condemn us. In the eyes of the goddess, it makes us no less worthy. It's simply how we were born. You only see us Azadi as bigoted and reactionary. And in our treatment of magicals, perhaps we are. We are. We have our reasons for fearing magicals. Not good ones, but still. We have no reason to fear men who love men, or women who love women. And so we do not condemn or persecute them. I don't have to deal with anything, Liko. I am who I am, and no one has ever thought less of me because of it.
We're alike, you and I.
In what way?
In many ways. We understand the need to do things others would balk at. You may not have the stomach for torture, but you haven't shied away from taking lives.
After that first kill, it was too easy.
You should feel no shame. We're doing what needs to be done. What no one else is able to do.
Are we? It feels like I'm...
Shh! Someone's here.
What are you guys up to?
Bip! What in Shadow's name are you doing here?
Nothing. Oh, right. I have a message. It's from Ulvik. He says, come to the bar immediately. There's been developments. I don't know what developments is, but Ulvik's face was frowny, so it's probably important.
It always is. Good job, Bip. Let's not keep Ulvik waiting.
I'll run ahead. The two of us together will attract more attention.
You see that gentleman sitting over there? Don't look, you simpletons. Balance. You lot don't know much about subterfuge, do you? That man's an Azadi mechanic. He drinks here most nights, but I didn't know that part until I overheard him speaking to his friend earlier about the pipes. Seems that with the pipe network up and running, there's a lot of tinkering to be done. Our man over there carries a tool to open maintenance hatches.
If we can get inside a hatch...
We can maybe figure out what they're using the pipes for. That's brilliant, Ulvik.
So we slit his throat and dump him in the bay.
Not in my bar, you won't.
If they find out we've taken his tools, the information could turn out to be useless. No. We need to...
Borrow his tools, open one of those pipes to have a look-see, and put the tools back before he notices. And that was probably what you were going to say when I interrupted you. Sorry. I'm actually surprised you're not agreeing with Liko, seeing how much you enjoy killing people.
If you can do it without him noticing, I won't stop you. But if the Azadi ever suspect that I'm collaborating with the Resistance...
That will not happen, Ulvik. What do you suggest, Kian?
Ulvik brought this to our attention. It's only fair that I include him in the decision. What do you think, Ulvik?
Me? Well, I think you three are resourceful in different ways. Instead of bickering about what to do, which is what usually happens, why not split up? There's every chance that one of you will come up with something that doesn't involve murder, the total destruction of my pub, or blowing my cover.
I agree.
We can't take too long. That man won't stay here forever.
He's on his second drink. He usually doesn't leave until he's had at least 3. And I can offer a few on the house to make him stay longer.
It's decided then. We'll meet again here later this evening.
Winner buys a round for everyone. No? No? It's not very motivating? Okay.
Traditional Reap Moon snacks. Roasted apples, salted yams, sweet roots, pungent fermented snapjaw eggs. I won't say no to a tasty bit of yam.
Those tubes will make our lives better.
Really? How's that?
Well, they're there for the betterment
Delicious.
of humankind, aren't they?
What does
He's
that
a
even
mechanic,
mean?
working on the pipe network.
Life's a
And he has a
series of
workbox with
tubes.
tools.
I'll drink to that.
Ulvik doesn't have the most sophisticated or upscale clientele, and I'm sure he's
I
happy
should be
about
getting
that.
home. Just one more for the road. A bit of Dolmari
You wouldn't
carrots to help me
believe
get
the
started.
amount of work
And then
that's
I'll-
required to keep the network running smoothly. Oh, the engineering's good, but the assemblies...
We need to get a hold
Don't
of his
put
tools in
military
order to
men
access
on
a
a
maintenance
civilian
hatch in the
job,
pipe
is
network.
all I'm saying. This requires fine skill, not...
Da.
Lyle, what do you want? Oh, I thought you were one of them. You know, the magicals. Goddess knows why there's still magicals in the city. I thought they'd been deported. All of them. Never mind. Take a seat, man, and I'll buy you a drink. Where you from? You sound Azad.
My apologies, I need to be elsewhere.
Oh. Right. Next time.
I could knock him over the head with the butt of my blade, but I don't think Ulvik would approve. A workbox. That's probably where a mechanic would keep his tools. I'll just grab it and run, and keep running until the city and all of this is behind me. At least they're not a raucous or unruly lot. Ulvik keeps them in check.
Offer's still good. Sit down, man, and I'll buy you a drink. The worst thing is crawlers in the tubes. What do you call them here? Rats.
Have you found anything yet?
I'm working on it.
Enu and Nico are still out looking, and you're not. You should get to it.
I wish they put some sort of safeguards in place. There are rats crawling all over this goddess-forsaken city. You know how many times I've seen a crawler in Sedeh? None. None is the times.
Do I smell magicals? I think I smell magicals. Why are there magicals in this
Mercurius
place?
just was saying without
I
a
thought
magic getter.
this was a human establishment.
Well, take a look around you. Is this the best place to lament the loss of magicals?
Well, we have lost something, haven't we? Is this town really better off without magicals? Be honest.
Honesty is the quickest way to the noose.
Fucking rebels causing trouble.
Ulvik's provided Bip with a cot down there, among the wine caskets and beer barrels. I believe the boys acquired a taste for strong drink. I won't say no to a tasty bit of yam. Oh. Oh. Delicious.
The witch and the vicar had 6 shots of liquor and presently went for a walk.
I hate
Come
this
on,
life
said the
forsaken
clergy,
city.
a man has his
Shadow
urges,
take
but
me
the
if
witch
I
only
don't.
wanted to talk.
Mercurius smells like rat shit and rotten fish. To here is the place.
Those
for me.
tubes will make our lives better.
Really? How's that?
Well, they're there for the...
Honor Hilaris has posted these bills everywhere. He's serious about his run for office. Under his leadership, the City Watch will fester and rot. surprisingly quiet out. Usually these tables are busy until late at night. Granted, it is chilly and damp. Everyone's probably inside, carousing. Goat eats leaves, goat falls asleep. Interesting. Wait, I remember someone talking about this a while back. The mole, was it? They can't be wild goats, not in the middle of Mercuria. But who owns them? The city? Maybe this is how they keep the grass in the green trimmed.
What exactly are you doing to that goat? Wait, does this have anything to do with why you rejected me? Goats? Honestly?
What do you mean by goats and honestly? I don't understand your words, woman.
Hey, I'm not judging anyone. I'm just surprised is all.
Where have you been this past month?
Away. Far away. Travelling, so, This goat, what's going on here?
It's rebel business.
Clearly. How's that working out for you? Are you one of them now?
I'm atoning for my sins.
Right. But you are enjoying it.
I don't enjoy fighting my own people.
Well, you seem to be good at it. Word is the Resistance is gaining support, that people have hope now that you're there.
I'm doing what I can to help.
I heard you executed our vile little Azadi officer. I don't disapprove, I'm just wondering why you didn't extract information before ending his life. I mean, if you're gonna kill him anyway, what's a little pain and blood to start things off with? The thing about torture is that it's a seal of authenticity. It makes every piece of information more reliable. I understand your friends didn't take the officer's word for it. Well, even if you didn't pull out of Old Town, at least the Resistance put up a decent fight before. The important thing is, many Azadi died that night. Chalice half full and all that.
What do you want?
Nothing. Nothing. I saw you. It's been a while. I wanted to say hello. Oh, I've missed this. The one-sided conversations, the sullenness and suspicion. I've come to enjoy it quite a bit. Anyway, goats?
We have a lead on the pipes.
Oh, that explains everything. I'll leave you to it then. I'm going to the Rooster later tonight. I need to speak with Ulvik. Maybe I'll see you there.
Maybe.
This is what I love about you, Kian. You're such a people person.
This is Evensong. It works on goats.
Well, then it should work on the Azadi too, eh? One more ale on the house, da?
What a lovely head. This one smells different. malty, sweet. It's almost like the sugar ale from Southern as a Day. Now, this is a brew, Vic. It tastes like home, this does. It brings tears to my eyes. It is simply
Don't take too long out there. If he wakes up without his tools, there'll be questions and I won't have any good answers.
The ghetto's been burned to the ground. Whatever's left in there, it's ruins.
There's official Azadi business going on here. You'll want to turn around and walk away.
A pumpkin. An odd vegetable, native to the Northlands. We have nothing like it in Azadir. They've put up ornaments all over town for the Festival of Reaping. Harvest season is important in the Northlands. Are those yams? No, they're only apples. Oh. Stacks of hay to represent the harvest festival, the reaping. Since the raid on Old Town, they've sectioned off more of the city at night. You can pass, but you need to answer questions. They're building bonfires for Reap Moon's Eve next week. It won't budge. It needs a special tool to open. There's air flowing from right to left, like a tempest in a tube. Looks empty. There's a strong current of air flowing through it, the gales blowing from right to left. That's one of the maintenance hatches from the mechanic's map. There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab. I'll lose my fingers if I try and grab it. It's solid, and it's swift. There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab. There's a powerful wind blowing from right. I'll lose my fingers if I try and grab it. It's solid, and it's swift. I believe they burn those on Reap Moon's Eve to celebrate the harvest and to appease the Wicker Witch, the Yaga. It's a map of the pipe network, with maintenance hatches marked in red. The wreaths are part of the Harvest Festival tradition. I'll lose my fingers if I try and grab it. It's solid, and it's swift. It's surprisingly quiet out. Usually these tables are busy until late at night. Granted, it is chilly and damp. Everyone's probably inside, carousing.
Go on now, nothing to see here.
They can't be wild goats, not in the middle of Mercuria. But who owns them? The city? Maybe this is how they keep the grass in the green trimmed. That didn't accomplish anything. Whatever's in there just bounces off the pipe. A metal ball? That's what's flying through these pipes? Where did the orb come from? I should investigate where this pipe leads, hopefully to some answers. There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab. I need to find a way into that building tonight.
Were you here when we had that horrible mess the other day?
I don't think so.
Or one of them, what are they called? Them ground crawlers.
Rats?
That's it, rats. One of them rats got into the pipes. Whoop! Got sucked right into the engine.
Whoa. That doesn't sound good.
Light, what a bloody mess. Literally. Guts, bones, hair, blood everywhere had to shut things down. And it was us who had to clean it. Engineers wouldn't touch it, said their hands are too valuable. I guess ours aren't.
It's a soldier's lot, isn't it? We do the grunt work. That's how it goes.
Well, I guess they think cleaning out rat guts is more important than us keeping watch and protecting them engineers in there.
Guess so.
It'd be easier to walk around unnoticed if there were more people about, but I do get to operate in peace. There's no space for 2 pipe segments. I'll have to pull it out first. I'll lose my fingers if I try and grab it. It's solid, and it's swift. No, I'll need to think of something else. Apparently, the reaping's the right time for pumpkins, and they're an important part of the celebrations. Enu told me some believe the wreaths protect homes from Yaga, the Wicker Witch. A single bob won't hurt. I'm sure no one's watching.
Kian!
There's food left on the table.
So we meet again, Azadi. Prepare your blade for battle.
Goddess, it's late, boy. You should be in bed.
So should you. What you doing now? Chasing rats?
The boy. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Are you that hungry? Rats taste like sewage. Trust me, you're better off eating table scraps.
I'm not eating the rat. I need it for... It's work-related. It is.
Okay, well, don't let me keep you from your rats.
Are you just going to sit there?
It's not every night I get a chance to watch you catch a rat.
Fair point. Ah, yams. A few weeks ago I'd never tasted yams. Now I can't get enough. I'm a budding yam aficionado. How can you not want yams? You vermin are truly beyond all hope of redemption.
You're not very good at catching rats, are you?
It's a leftover cheese and meats plate. I've dined here. The food's good. I would never have left any bits uneaten. They won't come close as long as I'm standing here.
Oh, so close! Well, not really.
It's a pipe section. An elbow, I believe it's called in the parlance of metal artisans.
You got it! I really didn't think you would. I'm impressed. Well, that was fun. What's next?
Next, you go home and stop distracting me, or I'll tell the other street urchins you have fleas.
I have no home. You know that. I sleep in the cellar of the Rooster and Kitten.
Good. It's the safest place around. So go back to your cellar and keep your head down. If I see you again tonight...
Please, got it. I'm sleepy anyways. That's why I'm going back. Not because you're telling me to.
And don't throw pebbles at Azadi soldiers.
What was that sound? It was a squishy sound, sort of like...
You've got to be kidding me. Not again. Shut a damn ground crawlers.
I guess it's on us to clean up the mess.
That bloody engineer in there's not going to do it. So yeah, it's on us.
Right. Well, let's get to it. No time like the present.
More metal tubes leading down to these odd tables. I wonder what'll happen when I push one of these knobs. Oh, I wonder what'll happen when I push one of these knobs. Oh, that's ominous. There's mathematics on that board.
You're not supposed to be here. This place is for engineers only. Please leave or I'll be forced to call the guards. I have a very loud voice when I'm scared.
One sound, and you'll be standing on the slopes of the first mountain, yelling at clouds.
Goddess. No problem. I'll be quiet as a... You're from Azadir. I've seen your profile in embroideries. I never forget a nose. You're the Apostle. Apostle Elvane. You're famous.
Maybe once. Now I'm just Kian. Your turn.
My turn what?
Your name. Who are you?
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus, lead engineer.
I don't know what that means. What do you do?
Don't you know? I thought you would have known. You know, from back when you were... I'm in charge of the team that encodes the spheres that make the engine tick.
What engine?
The engine that... You know, the engine. There's only one engine. The one that encompasses the entire city. It's what all the pipes are connected to. Didn't they tell you anything when you were... You know, before you were a traitor?
Assume that I know nothing. What is this engine for?
The engine calculates. That's why they call it the calculating engine. Big numbers, complex equations. My team, we give the engine instructions about how and what to calculate. This is called coding.
I understood none of that.
You can't be here. You're a fugitive, and this is a restricted zone. That's like 2 things that mean you shouldn't be here, and I could probably think of more if you need me to.
I have a sword, and I'm bigger than you.
Those are 2 things that count in your favor, granted.
So what does this calculating engine do? What's its purpose?
I'm really not supposed to. Right. Bigger and sword. As I said, it calculates. I mean, it does more than that. but that's what it was built to do. Its core functionality. It adds, subtracts, multiplies numbers, big numbers, and it does things with those numbers. Like, have you ever watched the stars in the sky at night?
I'm not just a man with a sword.
Of course. And you've seen how those stars move across the sky. Using a calculating engine, we can actually track those stars and predict where they're going to be in a year from now, or a century, or where they were a century ago.
Why are you tracking stars?
Well, we're not. I mean, it's just an example. We're not actually tracking stars. I mean, sure, we could if we wanted to, but... we're tracking dreams.
Dreams?
Dreams are very complex, which is why we need a big engine with lots of ticking parts to make complex calculations and predictions.
Right, so the part about not just being a man with a sword, assume that's all I am and start over.
Yes, fine. Those pipes crisscrossing the city, they're sort of like speaking tubes, connecting 100 sage masters, each with his or her own field of specialty.
So, it's like a university?
Well, I guess. Yes. Yes, this is a good comparison. A whole city filled with clever brains. The spheres pass messages between the different masters, and between them and us. We write messages, and we interpret messages. We tell the individual brains what to think about, and then they do the thinking, and report back to us. Now, this allows us to write ever more complex messages, until finally we have the code we need, the ultimate message. That one we send to the tower.
Why?
Because that's where the biggest brain of them all is located. This is the hub of the pipe network, the engine's core, its heart, the nucleus of the meta... Well, you understand. The fact is, this is the most advanced and scientific task anyone's ever taken on, and we're doing it. You should be proud.
Why are you doing it?
Well, I don't quite know. Because we can? Because no one else can? Because the Prophet told us to, and gave us the tools to do it.
So, you don't know what it's for?
I write the instructions. I'm the man in the middle. Someone tells me what they need, and I tell the engine how to compute the answer. This is my job.
Who knows what the engine is for?
The Six, probably. The Prophet, certainly. Emissary Saya, I would imagine. This is above my pay grade.
Above your...
I was hired to write instructions for the engine and compute the spheres, not to ask questions. And not to answer yours either, Mir. You really should go before someone comes. We'll both be in terrible trouble. They usually check on me all the time. I wonder why they haven't.
I still don't understand. Why build all of this here in Mercuria? Why not in Sadir?
Because of the tower and what's below it. Vast eddies of, meta-energies.
Meta... Do you mean magic?
Magic? Magic? Of course not magic. This engine is the opposite of magic. It's the culmination of everything Azadir has strived for these last 100 years. An end to chaos and uncertainty. An end to superstition and irrationality. An end to magic. When the engine's fully operative and the programming complete, we won't need sorcerers or witchcraft anymore. We'll be able to do anything we want. With science. Reshape reality. Rewrite the laws of the cosmos. Remove death and disease, poverty, and warfare. The world will be run by scientists for the betterment of humanity.
What do dreams have to do with it?
The engine feeds on the building blocks of reality. Ideas, stories, dreams. Magic is highly detrimental to the system. See, sorcery causes chaos, injects uncertainties and fallacies into our calculations.
So, is that why magicals
are being relocated? We can't have them around while the engine's calculating. But as soon as we're done...
You believe they're being relocated?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I mean, it's what they told us. Why would they lie? It's simple. The engine isn't compatible with magic, and we don't want anyone getting hurt. There's no room for sorcery in Mercuria. The Magicals are better off in their new homelands.
They're being sent to prison camps.
Re-education camps. This is true, yes, but only temporarily. This is their first stop. Afterwards, they're given passage to their new homelands, where they can...
Do you really believe that? What would the Magicals be re-educated to do? Forget that they're Magicals? No, Firdaus. That's not the truth. They're imprisoned. Killed. They're not given a new home.
But they told us. They said they were... They promised they'd be safe and happy and... Oh, light protect them.
So this is why we're sending all the Magicals away from Mercuria? Because of the engine?
Yes. Yes. That's why. I didn't know. I didn't know. There are children.
There are.
They lied to us.
Do you need to remove all Magicals before starting up this calculating engine?
It's already running. I'm not... As long as the thaumaturgical interference is below the acceptable threshold for...
Pretend that I'm a very small and possibly very stupid child.
Oh. No. No, they don't need to get rid of all of the Magicals. Just enough not to disrupt our calculations. We'll be done instructing the network in a couple of days. After that, they can pull the lever whenever they want. That's the last component of the engine. The tower. The one that will start feeding on and molding the dreams. Changing the world for the better. Yeah. I believe the official ceremony is a few days from now. The emissary will be there, together with the First and the Prophet, and please don't kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. But what you're doing here is not the will of the goddess, Firdaus. Something is going on. Someone's...
Kian. I had a feeling it was you.
Mia? Goddess, what are you doing here, Hami? Where are your men?
Right outside. They can be here in seconds. You, engineer, what's your name?
I threatened him. He played no part in this.
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus. You lied.
I beg your pardon?
You promised they'd be safe.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Go, Firdaus. This is not about you. Just remember what I told you. You're not doing the work of the goddess here.
Were you doing the work of the goddess when you murdered Da Donyao?
How did you know that He exploited a Dalmari child. He would have been put to death.
After a trial. You're not judge and executioner, Kian. Not anymore. And you didn't stop there, did you? You've been busy. I've recognized your bloody handwork. You've shamed me. You've shamed Mother Utana, the goddess, your nation.
You should be looking at what the emissary and...
Right now, I'm looking at you. And the young man of faith, honor, and integrity I once knew appears to be long gone. Old Town was a distraction. Vamon meant it to be a struggle, for my men to die. He wanted to take my mind off the investigation. Commander Vamon and the emissary have been lying to me about your death. Why is that?
Because I'm a danger to them. And it's not the only thing they've lied to you about. This engine.
You betrayed us. You joined the enemy.
To stop Saya and Vamon, not to fight our people. Not to fight you.
Sister Saya is the emissary. Commander Vamon is your superior officer. They are your people.
They are traitors, Mir. They have betrayed our nation, our faith, and...
You should have come to me first, Apostle. You should have come to me. When I received word someone had been spotted entering this house, I had a feeling it was you. I entered alone for two reasons. One, as a courtesy to the mother, It would break her heart again to hear that you perished in dishonor, fighting my guard. And two, you're living proof that Vamon has lied to me. I cannot reveal my hand to Vamon, but I also cannot let you go. You'll surrender to me now, without struggle, and you'll be brought to Sadir tonight, in secret. The courts will decide your fate. For the time being, while I sort out this mess, you'll be locked away under a false name. No one will know you're alive. When I'm ready to confront the commander and the emissary with their lies, I will reveal the truth about your survival, and you will cooperate every step of the way.
Ask Saya and Vamon about the camps, and what they're doing to...
You lied. You lied to us. You told us they would not be harmed. You told us they'd be safe. There were children!
Get off me, you idiot!
Go! Go, Kian! Make them pay for this!
Stop that! Get off me! I'll have you beheaded for this.
Shadow, damn you, man! Leave this place! Now!
Yes?
Mother, it's the General. He asks to speak with you.
Send him in, child. Hami, is anything the matter?
It's Kian. He's alive.
Goddess. Goddess be praised. How do you know this?
He broke into the engine room down on City Green.
Light. What was he doing there?
Speaking with one of the engineers, Fadauz, a young man from the southern provinces. Kian said... Oh, well, it's of no consequence. He's a traitor. He's joined the resistance. But it is as I suspected. We have been lied to by Vamon and the emissary.
For what reason?
That I don't know. Yet. And until we do, we cannot confront them, Mother.
I agree. We don't know how firm their grip is on the tower. If they know that we know... What about Kian? Was he... How did he look to you?
He looked strong. Different, but strong.
He must have his reasons for doing what he's doing, Hami. Kian would never betray Azadir, or his faith.
Perhaps, but that's what he's doing. I gave him the honorable choice to turn himself in and face righteous judgment. But he fled, like a coward, when the engineer attacked me.
Attacked?
I don't blame the man. Kian poisoned his mind with baseless lies. My men detained him, and I placed him somewhere safe, somewhere he can't tell anyone what he saw and heard. Out of Vamon's reach. We need to keep this between us, or we run the risk of alerting the commander and emissary Saya. Much as I'd like to hunt down Kian myself and put him to the sword, we must be patient.
Let's trust the goddess, Hami, to illuminate our path and bring us to the truth.
I certainly hope she will.
Kian, thank the balance, you're back. Bip's been...
They've taken him.
Taken... yeah.
Light. Are you sure it's Bip? I knew this would happen. We have no time to spare. We must get to him before...
The cloud ship just unmoored and is already heading for Gien. It's too late.
Then we must follow.
And abandon your mission here? For one child's life?
Is it because he's a magical that he's not worth the trouble?
You're such an angry, angry man. Do you really want Kian to leave Mercuria and risk his life to save one boy? I thought so.
See? This is what happens when we murder Azadi soldiers just for the hell of it.
That has nothing to do with it. They're taking all the magicals away.
I know why. And I know what the pipes are for.
What?
Are
Really?
you serious?
I'll explain later. Right now, we need to rescue the boy.
I couldn't care less what you do with your life, Kian. But if you die, the Resistance suffers.
And if I don't go after him, Bip suffers.
Can we really afford to lose more people? We've lost so many already. And Ane has her hands full with those who've been injured. Soon, there won't be enough of us left to fight.
I need to think about this. I can't just abandon the boy, but... We can't stay here. The Azadi are hunting me. The General knows I'm alive.
Honey, how did that happen? Did you approach him? Are you trying to curry favors with your former masters?
Curry favors? How would I even... I'm not trying to curry any favors with...
Stop it, both of you! You're really annoying and loud. Let's get out of here before Ulvik gets in trouble for harboring a fugitive. Shepard will want to have a say in the discussion.
This isn't over, Kian.
Oh, hush.